I had a lot of requests to check out these Samsung smartphones in 2025. In my previous video, many of you guys asked me to review these Samsung devices to see if they were worth buying in 2025, and that is exactly what I'm doing right now. The phones include the Galaxy S20, the S20 Fe, the S21 Ultra, the S20 Ultra, and the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. So we are going to check the price, the performance, and of course we are going to check the specs of this phone. I also received a lot of requests about where I get my prices and where I buy all this from. I'll be sharing that also in this video. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and let's get started. I think we should just start with the Galaxy S20. So what can you say about the design of this phone? Some people have called it a boring design due to its plain rear and an outdated looking camera module. The phone has a 6.2-inch display. It is a small phone that is suitable for people with small hand. It is very light and comfortable to hold. The material used on this phone are premium. It has the Gorilla Glass 5 on the back, aluminum frame. It features a punch hole display with a very thin bezels and a slightly curved display. The design is very simple and standard. There is no sophistication. It just seems like Samsung didn't put much effort into the design of this phone. We have a 1440p display here, unlike the recent regular models like the Galaxy S25, which comes with a 1080p display. This one offers a higher resolution. We also get a 120Hz refresh rate, but you can't use the 1440p resolution with 120Hz refresh rate at the same time. The display can only run 1080p plus 120Hz refresh rate simultaneously, which isn't really an issue for me. I do recommend this phone also for gamers, especially if you are on a budget. Performance is the best thing on this phone. The Snapdragon 865 processor is very consistent. It doesn't eat up too much even during a long gaming session. The phone maintains its steady performance without frame drops, allowing you to play at a solid 90 FPS on games like PUBG and Call of Duty Mobile. Out of the box, this phone comes with Android 10, which is upgradable to Android 13. So Android 13 is the last update with One UI 5. You don't need to worry about the Android version because this phone can run every app or any game that is available on the Play Store without any issue. It comes with 8GB of RAM, 128GB of internal storage. One of the best features of this phone is the SD card support, which is missing in recent Galaxy models. The camera performance here is also pretty decent, especially outdoors in a good lighting condition. If you take indoor shots or a shot in low light environment, so the result might not be the best. Other flagship phones tend to struggle with low light photography. 4000 mAh power battery is solid and it can give you 5 hours of screen on time. To maximize the battery life, make sure to run your screen at 1080p resolution and set the refresh rate to 60 Hz. With this setting, you can get even better battery performance. The most incredible aspect of this phone is how cheap it is in 2025. The brand new version of this phone was originally listed for around 310,000 naira. Though I'm not sure if you can still find a truly brand new Galaxy S20 in 2025. Most of what you see are likely refurbished or repackaged units. The used version is currently listed for around 270,000 naira, which I recommend. And don't forget, I'll be discussing where you can buy this phone later in this video, so stay tuned. Now let's move to the Galaxy S21 Fe. What I like most about this phone is that the phone is not too big and it is not too small, just the right size with a 6.4-inch display. The rear is made from plastic, but it doesn't feel cheap at all. The camera module follows the design of the regular Galaxy S21, but unlike that one, it matches the color of the phone's back, giving it a cleaner look. The build quality is solid here. It has the Gorilla Glass features on the front, aluminum frame. It is IP68 dust and water resistant. This phone features a dynamic AMOLED 120Hz 1080p display. It is perfect for watching content, playing games. The visual experience on this phone is amazing. One of the best things about this phone is its software support. The Galaxy S21 Fe will receive Android 15 and Android 16 thanks to the Samsung promise of 4 years of major updates. It originally launched with Android 12, but it is upgradable for years, ensuring long-term usability. Then you can't believe that the bezels on the Galaxy S21 Fe are actually thinner than what we see on the Galaxy S24 Fe, which is pretty surprising. Now for the performance, the Snapdragon 888 5nm processor powers this phone. It is a powerful chip, although the chip tends to eat up under stress, which is something I don't really like about it. If you are gaming for a long hour or you are pushing the phone hard, you might notice some heat build up. Upgrading from the Galaxy S20 to the Galaxy S21 Fe is something I can recommend. This phone is getting Android 16, which means it still has more life in it. You can choose any storage variant that suits you, but the 256GB variant is the better option if you need more space. The camera performance is decent here also, with delivering results similar to the older flagship that we've seen before. Low light photography is always the challenge. 4500 mAh battery. The phone supports wireless charging. And then there is something I must also mention. This phone has an optical in-display fingerprint sensor, not an ultrasonic sensor. If you've never used an in-display fingerprint before, you won't notice much difference, but optical sensors tend to be slightly slower and less secure than the ultrasonic one. S21 Fe is currently listed for around 315,000 to 330,000 in Nigeria. Most of what you will find are the refurbished model or the used model. It is difficult to get the brand new S21 Fe in 2025. Now moving to the Galaxy S20 Ultra. This is where Samsung really show off their doings and their innovation. Did Samsung mess up with numbers in this phone? Maybe they try to give us the best spec possible, and guess what? It is a good phone that still holds up well in 2025. The hardware is solid and the build quality is premium. Samsung managed to make the large 6.7-inch phone surprisingly comfortable to hold. If you have big hands though, small-handed people may struggle with this screen. Ultra models are designed for people who want the best of the best, and the S20 Ultra is definitely fit that category. The S20 Ultra share the same display tech with the S20 and S20 Plus, along with the same processor and the same Android version. I don't think you know that the Galaxy S20 Ultra is the last S Ultra model to feature a micro SD slot. That means you can expand your storage, something newer models no longer offer. It also comes with up to 16GB of RAM. Some say it's just a number, but it's make the phone a powerhouse. Camera wise, this phone is not bad at all. It was a beast at launch, and even in 2025 it still holds up well for photography and videography. Although people expected more from the camera of this phone, it didn't fully live up to the expectation. So I'm not saying the camera is bad, but it's just not as good as people hope. So the phone packed 5000 mAh battery, just like the newer models that we have. The battery is solid. You can expect a full day of usage without issue. It is an ultra phone, so the price is also ultra. I've seen various prices for this phone ranging from 390 to 430,000 naira, but the most realistic one here is that 430,000 naira for the used Galaxy S20 Ultra. Moving to the S21 Ultra, this one is my favorite old flagship, and let me tell you, do not underestimate it. This phone has a 6.8-inch display. It is big but manageable. It features a matte finish which looks premium, and it helps reduce fingerprints. The camera cutout design is unique, and I personally like the redesign compared to the previous model. Making a big phone that is comfortable to hold is not easy, but Samsung nailed it with this one. So despite the size, it still feels good in hand. The display tech is similar to what we've seen on the previous Galaxy smartphone, like the Galaxy S20 Ultra. The biggest upgrade is the brightness, which can go up to 1500 nits at the highest. The phone launched with Android 11. That means this phone is also eligible for that 4 years major Android updates. This phone is powered by the Snapdragon 888 processor. It is fast and capable, but it tends to overheat during a prolonged gaming session, just like the Galaxy S21 Fe. You might experience frame drops if the phone gets too hot, and if you have an external cooler, the performance will be more stable. Then for casual user, you should get a consistent performance without any issue. There is no micro SD expansion on this one, but you can get up to 16 GB of RAM and 512 GB of internal storage. Then that should be more than enough for most users. The camera here is also solid, delivering consistent results in good lighting condition. Samsung image processing is great. The photo can come out sharp and detailed. Likewise, the video, you can shoot 8K video with this phone and 4K video with the front camera. The 5000 mAh battery can easily last you a full day. If you are choosing between the Galaxy S20 Ultra and the S21 Ultra, then the S21 Ultra is the better option because of its brighter display, its better design, improved camera system, and more optimized performance. Not really optimized for gaming though. If you are in a position to choose, just go for the Galaxy S21 Ultra. The brand new Galaxy S21 Ultra is priced between 510 to 635,000 naira, depending on the variant and where you are buying it from. And for the used version, the price is around 490,000 naira. The last phone on our list here is the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra. This phone is big, 6.9 inches. It has the sharp edges, making it feel less comfortable compared to the rounded edges on the Galaxy S20 and the Galaxy S21 Ultra. If you have big hands, you won't have any problem. Gorilla Glass Victor for extra durability. The slightly curved edges, which some people love, while some other prefer flat screen. IP68 certified. Inbuilt stylus slots for your S Pen storage. Honestly, the designs still look premium. Compared to the newer flagships, it does feel a bit old-fashioned. So the boxy shape, the sharp edges, they give it a more traditional Note series look, while Samsung latest phones have moved forward to a smoother and more rounded design. So what do you think? Does it still hold up in 2025? Galaxy Note 20 Ultra packed 1440p dynamic AMOLED HDR10 Plus supports 120Hz refresh rate. It's launched with Android 10, upgradable to Android 13, Snapdragon 865 processor, known for its efficiency and consistent performance. Up to 12 GB of RAM and 512 GB of internal storage. This phone supports micro SD slots. It is a feature many people still love. This is one reason why some people prefer this phone over the newer models that lacks the expandable storage. The camera on the Galaxy Note 20 Ultra is pretty solid. It even outperforms the Galaxy S20 Ultra in some camera aspect. 4500 mAh battery that can last you a full day. Current price starts at 520,000 naira. Then if you search well on different websites, you might find it for less. So used price will of course be lower than the brand new ones. Now to the last part of the video, where you can get this phone at an amazing price. GG. Now to be clear, this is not an advert. GG doesn't pay me to advertise for them, but it is a platform I recommend based on my own experience. GG is a platform where both the buyer and the seller meet to make deal. You can sell on this platform also, but we are only concerned with the buying aspect of it. So whenever you want to buy any of these Samsung or any other devices, including the iPhone and all, you can simply search for the name of that phone. Make sure you set your location to see all the ads related to the phone in your area. Click on any listing you like, check the product, the details and the review, then go ahead and chat with the seller or call using the number provided to verify the product. You must be very careful. Do not make any online payments or any payments or delivery payments for the product you haven't physically seen. So you have to visit the seller store in person, examine the phone, only pay for it if you like it. So that is why setting your location is very essential. That is basically it. Communicate with the seller. If one is not responding, there are many others, so feel free to navigate through all the listing. If you find this video helpful, you consider subscribing to this channel and like this video. Make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you will be the first to see anytime we drop a new video like this. And then feel free to tell me in the comment section if you want me to do a specific video on any of these phones. Thank you very much for watching this video. We'll catch you guys in the next one.